Hey, Miss Main Street here, and welcome to Kinja's birthday escape room. Everything's being recorded out of order, so I'll just mash it together in a way that makes sense for my brain, and hopefully it makes sense for your brain. But this is an escape room for Kinja for his birthday. This will be posted after his birthday, because we are playing it 2 days after, on the 29th, which is tomorrow. So I'm recording this the day before. I'm gonna edit this down. Get it edited. You guys will see them playing the escape room before this, but this is just a way for me to show you guys how I made it. And this room suddenly got dark. These lights flicker off and on. There are mods on here, so I'll put all the mods on the screen here. And in this escape room, there are builds that aren't mine, that I changed. I changed the colors of them, and maybe I made them shorter, maybe I made them taller, maybe I didn't add parts, maybe I added more detailed parts to it. But don't get discouraged by that, because there are parts of this escape room that are mine, like this room. Completely my design. Some of these buildings are mine. The gas station, the subway, the cave systems, the organics, some of the houses are mine, my design. Some of them I used references, and I'll put up my references here. There's a lot of them, so I'll only use a few. I'll only use a few that I have for references, and then right now I'll put on the screen all the buildings that I used. Everything that I used I found on Pinterest, just searching it up, and I would have created more on my own, but I didn't have enough time, and I had to make a whole escape room. So let's get into the video, because let's get in to update 1. I am recording this June 27th, and this is my progress so far for Kinja's birthday. His birthday is July 27th, so this video will be up sometime after that. I don't know when. Could be a week, it could be 2 weeks. We'll see. And I'll show you my progress so far. I'm gonna go into spectator. There we go. And we'll start off at the beginning, which is over here. People will spawn in here, in this room. It's bare. It's bare for a reason. They're not meant to stay here for long. And then this room is where they're gonna pick teams. They're gonna split into 2 teams, Team A and Team B, or red and black, which I'll figure it out. And we'll go into Team A's area, which is their goal here is to get out of this haunted house with keys. Each team has attic keys, which are on the opposite side. So Team A has Team B's attic key, and Team B has Team A's attic key. And then there's keys to open these doors. One will say gold and the other one will say redstone. And then we'll go in here, Team B's side, which is mimicking the other one. They got a puzzle over here. I'll double block that so it's easier for me to record it later. But they gotta get through this puzzle. Here's the redstone for the maze down here. It's very simple. It's just levers that they have to flip to open doors. This one does nothing. That one opens that one. It's just simple lever, redstone, piston. get through the maze. Key. Team B. Team A has nothing, and then that Team B's upstairs. It's a bathroom. And instead of a kid's room, it's an office. The globe. And then attic space, and then the bedroom. Then the attic spaces. You'll see them more in the video, so I'm not trying to show it too much. So much I'm hiding. You got the facade for that building. You got a sneaky thing over here that's going to be a key to one of these houses. I don't know which house it's going to be yet. I'm doing rainbow haunted houses. So we got red, orange. This is going to be the green one and the purple one. So that's what I've got so far, which doesn't seem like a lot, but each of these houses so far have taken me 2 to 3 hours just to do the facade. And that's like, these houses don't have backs to them, and the roofs don't really make sense. These houses aren't my own, besides that one. They're based off of houses I've seen online. So if it was somebody's Minecraft build or a Sims build, this one was a Sims build for sure. But I'm tweaking them so they work for Minecraft and putting them in my own style. So if you see them online and you're like, I've seen this house before but in different colors, it's because you have. Normally I would build stuff with no references or anything on here, but I don't have enough. I have a month to do this, and I have to record other videos for my channel and edit, and I'm trying to make time for this. So if I can prep myself for it, I will. But I forgot to turn off the Minecraft music, but that's okay, because this probably won't be shared, but I want to record it anyways. So here's my progress, and I'll see you guys in update 2. Heyo! Welcome. This is part 2 of my check-in for this escape room, and I've gotten a lot done. I have a van. This is where they're gonna go to. They have to find the keys and get gas to open this van, which the key is in this barrel. That's this whole level. You got a nature scene, another car. I think that house was there. We got a new green haunted house. We got a purple haunted house. A traditional haunted house. Another car. Another haunted house that doesn't really look haunted. And we got the gas station where they're gonna get the gas. An abandoned gas station. We got my home because it's a joke that I was trapped in a trash can as a baby. I was trapped in a trash can as a baby, so there's a joke that my house is the trash. You got the gas pumps. I took information from Good Times with Scar with this. Good Times with Scar. This is what I did. Here's the inside of the gas station. There's a room here for nothing. And where they find the gas, you can actually get up on the roof here. This is not where the gas is, but I just made it so people could. And I decorated up here. I didn't do that roof. It seemed pointless to do that. And then, where they find it is in the trash bin, and that's the gas. And then they gotta go to the van. This van. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Then here's the inside of the van. It's nothing good. It's nothing too fancy. With this, there's a different block on the skilling right here. And that's gonna have, that goes to a command block. And I'll place a button and it will teleport everyone to the next level. And then I started on the next level just a little bit. And here it is. Here's the next level. It's gonna be all city buildings on a road. This is just the underneath. Underneath, there's gonna be a dumpster here, and like a staircase on that building, and then down the road, most of these buildings are gonna be empty. Here is gonna go into the subway where it's gonna teleport people, and then this building is gonna be Kinja's dojo, because Kinja, though he is not a ninja, he's Kinja because he's not quiet for a reason. So I need a dojo so you can do his karate and ninja things, if that makes sense. Today is July 10th, and we got 18 days until Kinja's birthday. I'm being very ambitious with this. Let me look at my list of things that I want to do. The subway, I got these two highlighted. I want to do a redstone puzzle. I want a spooky forest, rubble parkour, and a cave. But I might have to veto the spooky forest because I came up with the story idea of you go to the subway, you go to the dojo, and that might be where the redstone puzzle is. You go to the dojo to get your subway card, and then you go into the subway, you ride the subway, and then, oh no, there's rubble. It opened up a huge cave. Now you have to go into the cave and do parkour. And this is all to get to the lab, and it's gonna end up at a warehouse. And maybe that's where the spooky forest is. We'll see when we get there. But I'll give you an update after this level is done, and, well, maybe, depends on when. And I'll see you guys in update 3. Heyo! Miss Main Street here, and welcome back. Last time you guys saw this, there was no buildings at all, and it was just mapped out. Some of them still aren't done, still working on it, and it is now the 20th July. We're gonna go through, and I'm gonna give you guys updates. This is level 1 of level 3, so this is the first one, and this area doesn't really mean anything. It is a maze. Getting lost in my own maze. So they go through this maze, and then they have parkour, just like Squid Game, and it doesn't work at the moment because I don't have TNT on. But as you can see underneath, it's that. And then I haven't built this level yet, but it's gonna go into another parkour area, and they're gonna end up here at this door. And once they exit the door, they're gonna go down here, down the fire escape. And then they're gonna be able to open a gate. It's gonna be like a bunch of rubble, and there's gonna be a gate that they have to get through. And once they go through the gate, they're into this level. And in this level, There's Sniffy the Sniffer. In this level over here, they have to find stuff in barrels to compost, and this one's a little complicated. So you have these composters, and you have comparators back here that compare to this composter, which is like a fool. And once they are exactly the same, so here's what it looks like. You do need this solid block there. Once these are off, those will turn this on, and this is what's keeping it closed, and that will cause the gravel to drop. Put water in here, and that will open this door. I don't have it finished because I don't have the key in there yet. But barrels, all barrels look like this, and then the water barrels look like this, and they can also use water from the floor, and then after this it'll get them to over here, and this is a boss fight where I'm going to let my boyfriend Dev be the boss. They're gonna set their spawns and then press the buttons, and that's gonna open the door to in here, and Dev is gonna be up here. This is his loadout. He's gonna drop down here. That's not supposed to be there. He's gonna drop down here, and once they open the door, he's gonna come down the stairs, and that's gonna be a boss fight. Okay, we're at the boss level. How the redstone works here is that when these two buttons are pressed, this one isn't pretty at all either. It goes to here. Those are already on. It'll turn these off. Turn off the redstone torches when it's double pressed, and it'll cause the sand to drop. And this line will also be turned off, and that's what causes these pistons to drop the not the sand, it's gravel, not gravel, concrete powder. So it drops the concrete powder. And then after this, it's gonna let them go into the subway, which will be right here, and it's gonna teleport them. And that's where I'm at with it. I've done a lot. These buildings are taking up a lot of time. This one's not even finished. I just realized that. This because I need to add some details up here. I'll do that with, yeah. Okay. That's really all I needed. Oh, and these two floors don't have. You know what? I'll do that with you. Why not? So you guys can see the progress of me, how I do it. I put these here for no reason. Oh. Cobweb. There. There we go. Oh, I didn't do the top one. Let's do the top one too. You know what? I will do that for there. I want to get something here, so I'm gonna off-center that one. Just for a little convenience. And then we'll do up here as well. And then there you go. Now it's done. Now that building's done. So, see you guys in the next update. Okay. Welcome to update 5. I will warn you that when I fly it will be a little bit choppy. And let's get into here, and we'll start with the library. Go through the menus. Add here. And then I didn't get much done here because I was focusing on other things. We got a room so they can set their spawn, so they don't have to go over the parkour. And then here, there's gonna be 3 levels they're gonna have to get through. Oh, and then they'll end up here in the storage room and have to go down. And they'll get back here. They'll drop from here, which I know this bus was in here before. It's the same bus from the other one. Just back here. This is where they'll start. And then what they do from here is they get through these gates. I'm just going to fly over. And then you have these new buildings that I added. We'll appreciate them for a moment. And then they have to get through this one after completing that level, the storage level. We'll get through here. Let's appreciate these buildings for a moment. And then they get to the boss fight, which is detail. It's the boss fight, which you've seen before. Get to here, and then they have to go through this gate. And since I know the crowd of people I'm with, they're supposed to go down into the subway. But since I know the crowd, I'm hoping one of them goes up here, thinking they're smart, and end up in here. Thought you were smart. I feel like I spelled that wrong, but if I did, I'll fix it. I'm dyslexic and I feel like that's wrong, but I'll fix it if it is. They go down on the subway. Turn around. Now they're in the subway. This is what I'm currently working on. It's the subway. That's Chestbuster. And this is more of a decorative level they're gonna run through. Here's some vending machines. I got my inspo on Pinterest. And they're gonna go down this way. And they're gonna end up in a cave system here. And I've decided that at the end of this video, I'm gonna do a walkthrough of all the levels on how this would be played. Hey, Miss Main Street here, and I'm back with another update. This is update 6 with the last update, and I'm gonna show you everything I finished. So I finished the subway. We got a few Ravengers in here to cause danger. We got Kinja's feet picks, and where's the other one? There you are, Randy the Ravenger. So you got down here, and this is the end of the escape room, close to it. You get to here, which is a parkour, where they have to parkour here. And then once they finish this parkour, they get to the forest, and their goal is to find the key to get inside the warehouse. The key is here, hidden up in this tree. And inside, I'm gonna cheat. Inside is here. So we got happy birthday, like a birthday themed area, and then over here you got living quarters. So you got bunk beds. These are themed on different people. Well, these two aren't, but two of them are. You got Kinja, mine. You got Dev's area with the cactus, and then you got Peyton, who's all about plushies. And then we got a kitchen area. I can't get rid of that. It's kind of stuck there. I don't like that it's there, but it's stuck. See? It's attached to this chopping board, and it's just stuck. I can't get rid of it. So. And then I finished the parkour area. So I'm gonna fly over there. Which is over here. And we'll fly through the maze. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's laggy. They go through this parkour, through the Skid Game inspired parkour, and then they got honey parkour with really fancy lights. They gotta parkour their way with the honey going around. Then for the people that can't do it, there's a lever here. That makes it so they can go up the scaffolding. Okay, down here, the redstone for this lever is to open this door. Here's what it looks like. It's not prettiest. It's not meant for people to be seen. It's just redstone with, I can't remember what this is called. It's the one that extends signals. It's not a comparator. Can't remember, but it goes here and it opens the door. And then here they have light parkour. They go for the light parkour, and for the people that can't do it, here's the door. This lever here that opens the door down there. The redstone for this lever that opens this door it's ugly. It's just redstone with the thing that extends it to that door. And then since this is considered the same puzzle, the redstone here, it's just a piston with a button. Just a piston with a button with slime on the top, and that's just to push them up. And then over here, they got some slime parkour. That gets them to here, which you guys have seen. So, I'm doing a walkthrough now. This is the walkthrough. They start in this room. This is where everyone's gonna spawn. It is dark. The lights flicker off and on. But they'll spawn in this room. And then once everybody's in here, I'm gonna open here. And they're gonna pick teams. It's gonna be Team A, Team B. Team A. What Team A has to do. Team A has to find... They have to go down the stairs. And Team A has to find the key that's in the fireplace. And they pass it through the wall here. Team A to Team B. And Team B has to go through the crawl space here. And go through this puzzle. And get to this key, which is Team A's key. And these keys open their attics. And then their attics, they have each other's key for the front door, so they'll have to swap down here. They'll have to swap down here the keys to open the doors. And then once they get here, they're gonna be told that they have to go to this vehicle. Once they get to the vehicle, they're gonna be told that they're out of gas and they can't find their keys. Well, they can't find their keys, so they're gonna have to look for their keys outside out back their house, and there's a barrel with their keys for the vehicle. And then since they can't find and then they're gonna be told that they don't have gas, so they're gonna run through here. They can explore however much they want. And they're gonna be told that to check everything, to click on beds and stuff like that. Once they get to the gas station, they're gonna find the gas in the trash bin, and then they'll go back here, back to the bus. Once everyone gets inside the bus, they're gonna be teleported with the command block to over here. I'm just gonna fly over to this bus, which is the same bus. They're gonna be teleported to here. They're gonna be told to wait while their guide checks for danger. Their guide's gonna check for danger, pass away, and turn into a zombie. And then they're gonna be told to go to the library to see if they have anything that will help them open this gate over here. That will help. And then they'll go through here. They'll go through this maze, which I know this maze by heart, but they don't. It's this easy one. They're gonna go through this parkour, which is inspired by Squid Game. So underneath is here, and then they get here. They go through this parkour, which is hunting parkour. So it's jumping from here, going through, and then they get to the lights. They parkour up the lights, and then they jump onto the slime and go here to here, and then they'll find a key in this room to open this door. But I forgot to put a key here. I will do that after this. I need a key here to open that, so they just hit it and it'll let them out. They'll go down here. They open this gate. Once they get past this gate, they get here, and they have to search for things. Hi Sniffy. They have to search for things through these barrels and chests in the room to fill up the composter and the cauldron to open this door. And then once they get through that, they'll get a key to open this gate. And then they get to a boss fight here in Kinja's dojo. And then once they get here, they're gonna set their spawn. They're gonna synchronize, press the button that's gonna open this door, and it's gonna cause this to fall. So they're trapped in here until the boss fight's over. And then once the boss fight is done, Devlin, who is the boss, will open this for them, and then give them a key. And once they get through that, they'll open this gate and go down to the subway. So I'll fly to the subway because I can't teleport. They'll get to the subway. Once they get to the subway, their goal is to run through here, because these guys, they're gonna die to these guys if they try and fight them, because they take a lot of hits. So they're just gonna want to run. But I'm not gonna tell them that. And then they get to this room, which is the cave, and they gotta parkour here. Get to here. Once they get here, they get to the woods, and their goal is to find the key. That's all they're gonna be told. And how they find the key is it's this tree, and then it's this shulker box. It's very hidden, kind of evil. And then once they get there, this is the end of the escape room, and it's for Kinja's birthday. So they get to here, and that's how they finish the escape room. And I have a little, and depending on how long it takes, there might be a little bonus clip on a different world, because I have a little game that I want them to play. So I think it'd be funny. Okay. Everybody pick a side.
I got one.
Okay.
My side.
3, 2, 1,
Truce,
go.
truce.
You're allowed to punch each other.
Ow.
Surprised you didn't punch into.
Oh shoot! I fell.
Are you flying?
Oh god.
Kinja, were you in creative? Oh,
Wait.
You are! You cheating! Please, cheating!
Hey.
No!
Why would you do that?
Yeah, bitch! How did you get for
Prank.
cheating?
You guys fell for my prank.
That was it?
If you guys enjoyed this escape room, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out everyone in the description, and I'll see you guys next recording. Bye bye!
Let this be another knot to tie around my bed at night. I know I've lost the fight to erase your face, my mind. Awake, I lie here staring up beyond the sky. Oh.